Alright. Game is live. I've hit the button to change the title of the game. Discord stream is up. Everything is good, so we should be good to go. Alright. Thank you everybody for joining us on this Sound Goblin Thursday gaming stream here in Sound Goblin Gaming. I am, as always, your host, the Krampus.
I'm Shiv.
I'm Hunter Grain.
And I'm Vincent.
Alright, and welcome back to Alan Wake 2. Where last time we went through a late night talk show in the middle of the dark place, and we found out some vital information that most of the shadows in the dark place have unusually weak chins.
They are exceptionally punchable.
Exceptionally punchable knot faces. Alright. Also, we found a way to get through the dark place by utilizing lights and making our way into the subway tunnels.
You know, as you do.
The train blocked my way forward, but it was here for a reason. It had a role to play.
Before we do that, I know you guys have probably hidden one here.
So, I was rather surprised. Because Sam Lake was at the Game Awards, I did expect an announcement.
I didn't. Sam Lake just likes to do award shows, and he got to do his little noir monologue thing tonight.
That thing was fantastic. Saw a little bit of the inside of his cheek there.
Yeah, Alan's teeth are still immaculate.
But I wasn't expecting a Control 2 announcement as much as that one thing you had talked about before, the kind of like multiplayer. Yeah. Yes, Firebreak.
I could figure this out on the plot board.
I was kind of hoping for a thing about that. That being said,
I had a new idea, a new story thread.
Yes,
I had to be at the scene to see and understand it in order to change.
Go ahead.
I think say there were a lot of surprise announcements today.
There were, yes. We were actually talking about that before you got on. Okami, Onimusha.
Dude, I am not going to lie. Like, there were some titles that they'd shown before the Onimusha reveal that I'm like, hey, this looks neat. I was fucking losing it the second I realized that was Onimusha. Because, like, when they first start showing the environment, I'm like, oh, it's Ghosts of Yotei. Why are there red floaties? Wait, is this Onimusha? It can't be Onimusha. It's fucking Onimusha! And then it shows the gauntlet drawing in, and I'm like, I have never been happier to watch the game show, or the Game Awards, than right now.
There's an arrow here. I know there's a...
Pointing that way. Did we get it last time we were here? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
But between that and Okami, just like, Capcom, what are you doing?
Unburying a bunch of properties, apparently.
Yeah. Finally listening to fans. Though, still no Darkstalkers.
Listening to fans is not necessarily always the right play, but like Okami actually gain a sequel is not
like,
a bad idea.
There's a lot of vocal fans for a few of the properties they've abandoned that have been going, Capcom, why are you ignoring this? We will buy it. Both Onimusha and Okami are on that list. Like, they had brought up before that that Onimusha probably wasn't getting 2, 3, or Dawn of Souls remastered, because the first one remastered didn't sell well.
Hmm.
It also came out about the same time as some other major titles, didn't have a lot of advertisement, and it's not the game that people have been wanting back. People have been wanting 2 back. 2 is still considered probably the best of their
Pour the
titles.
gasoline over the train car. An iron cage that would soon become a coffin.
That one did not fade with that.
Because there are certain shadows that don't
Yes.
have a weapon on them, or whose weapons are very hard to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are weird and shadowy, so the weapons aren't the most obvious thing.
Well, time for Alan to take bills.
Bill's here.
This is where the history of the cult gets genuinely disturbing. The
More
cultists
Sam Lake.
tracked
More
down
Sam
the
Lake.
torchbearers living in the tunnels. They locked the poor folks up in a derailed subway car, doused it in gasoline. Yeah.
Charming.
It turns into a bit of a ghost story after that. They say the dark smoke from the fire still roams the tunnels searching for new victims to devour.
There are no happy endings in this city.
The story thread felt important. I could use it in one of the scenes I'd found.
Mulligan.
It could not be opened on this side.
It could not be.
This new plot beat would carry me deeper into the story.
Yep, first we're gonna swap that. See the guy agent. Now that we're on the other side of this wall. Anything over here? No. All right, always worth checking. Wrong way. Torchbearers.
The story was affecting the scene. The subway car had become a burnt husk. I could get through it now.
Prepare for spooky jump scares. Alan's House of Jump Scares.
None of this was real. It was all
Oh. That was some stuff.
Yep.
Yep.
And someone is responsible for writing it.
Yeah. Question is whether it was actually Alan or Scratch.
Oh, and there's the lines from the guy who runs the radio station in the first game.
Yep.
I'm not going to point these out all game, partially because this is mostly everything in Chapter 1.
Yeah.
You see 90% of what they do with this gimmick in scenes.
Where Teleconnect powers when you need them.
Do it.
Word of action.
I mean, you took action to get access to that word.
Gonna need some action.
Look, I feel like Alan would have an easier time getting out of the dark place if he just wrote his life like an 80s action movie instead of a horror movie.
That would explain the laser rifle.
Fuck. Oh, Poet Cinema. Art house films. The Ocean View Hotel. New York's always changing. It will change you too. Hi, guys. Surprise inspection. Aha!
Come on.
One of you has come down with a bad case of the spookies. One of you has just realized that I invested points in close-range combat.
I have to ask, is there a good case of the spookies?
Oh, sure. Good case of the spookies, and you get things like the Halloween Witch, or whatever that movie is. Not the Worst Witch. That's a different movie. That's
Okay,
Tim
the
Curry
Halloween one?
earning a paycheck.
I only know the worst. Ask important question. Where can one find Tim Curry's Lost Tambourine?
I'll tell you where it isn't.
Safe.
In his hands.
No, actually it looks like it's in his hand.
Shit!
I don't know how he didn't notice that. Probably all the drugs.
I was gonna say, probably the drugs.
I'm on the drugs. And I opened up my mind. I used the drugs. Hey, word of fix.
The fix, huh?
Our-
Speaking of drugs!
Increase our max health.
Hope there's not a baby in any of those.
Now
Only
remember,
the ones we
everyone.
didn't open.
Now remember, everyone. Using pills to handle your mental health needs is perfectly fine, but don't do like Alan does and just jam a whole bunch of them at once.
I was gonna use them as prescribed.
Yes.
Strangely enough, Alan has actually been prescribed to jam all of them at once.
Alan,
God, I
just,
hope not.
just use half of these. It was then I realized I should not go to a doctor that I wrote into existence for pill advice.
Seriously. You ever wonder if that's the reason why he has all this, these visions
Find a way through.
of dark beings, which are just regular people he ends up shooting?
Doesn't shoot most of them.
That's true, he runs up and punches them now. He used to shine a flashlight in their eyes and then shoot them in the face. He has gotten better.
So because we are playing on story mode,
Story. Yeah.
there is very little reason to ever carry the full health kits around. Most any damage you will ever take is fixed by just the medical bandages or the pills.
Okay. I feel like I've been in this area in Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Hunted. Hunted. Initiation.
Initiation. Wasn't that the name of the book that is effectively Alan Wake 1?
Yes. Initiation is the name of the first book that Alan Wake wrote. When he first fell into the lake. It's complicated.
Hey, I remembered something from a week ago. Good on me.
That wraps around back there. So go
I feel like
this
we're
way.
missing something.
No, it's because that wraps around to the other side. So now we can go through here and get into the station.
Okay.
Find an inspiration down here at the station. Wish I had a flare.
This guy's telling you to wake up. Wake up, Alan. Clearly we're playing as Alan Grant, and he's on that plane. Soon a raptor will tell us to wake up.
Oh. One of them.
I
just
love that
whispered,
Alan Wake. Good.
The echoing hall had a story to tell.
One of them just whispered, "I am awake," or "I am a ghost in the dark." And Alan, that's not scary.
So I love that Alan Wake is a character who, lore-wise, could theoretically fit into just about anything. Fortnite, just the beginning. Why does he appear in multiverses? Because he wrote himself there.
Wait until they do a crossover with Call of Duty.
I can say, when is he in Smash, or why is he in Smash Brothers? Because he wrote himself there.
A new location for the story.
I am sad there is not more things with him in it for us to pull that gag you pulled last week.
Take a short detour over here. Yeah,
Get that word of power?
that word of power.
I'm sorry, word of gun.
Gun.
Gun is good.
Alright, that's Max Flares. Max Flare.
No, Max
range.
Payne. Max Payne is who Sam Lake played. I think.
I believe you're correct, actually. Sam Lake was the
Model. They used-
model for Alan Wake. Or not for Alan Wake, for Max Payne.
Max Payne. During the Game
Changes
Awards,
shape the world around me.
when Sam Lake appeared and said, "It's the man who looks like the most messed up character render in a game."
Goodbye. Alright,
You're sending him to a better place. Not in this game.
we're getting closer.
Actually, I shouldn't say that. This game so far has been fine.
Yeah, like
The hall had changed into the murder cult's hideout.
I said this was my least favorite game in the series, but I will walk that back and say that it's not a bad game. I just like it the least out of the ones in the series.
The cultists were close now.
It helps that
Our
you've learned a lot of
presence
things, which
rises from the
makes a lot of
depths.
your issues with it not thing.
Knocking it down to story mode cuts out half the things I don't like about it.
I mean, also
Dedication,
finding out that you
fix
can
the
just
rest.
use the flashlight on them, or just melee them.
Yeah, or let Alan let out some aggression onto
Yeah.
shadows, quote unquote. Not the last in the shadow, eye open. This is your time ritual. That's the shadow cast. Third eye project the night. This is your time. And these are all the books they're using for Bible passages.
Or are they using multiple of his books? I thought it was
they're
just
using
one.
all the Alex Casey novels.
Oh,
as
okay.
inspiration.
I mean, I guess that theoretically makes it harder for the police to figure out where they should be focusing.
The Fed had witnessed something here that made him run scared. Whether the summoning ritual had been a bona fide supernatural event or the mass psychosis of stark raving lunatics, it didn't change the facts. The cult was messing with things no one should mess with.
Yes, V for Vendetta.
Was a vital part of the story, the key to reaching the murder site. I had a new beat for the story.
Oh no.
Olsen, why do they have the Wailing Yutani logo there?
It's the double triangles.
Nope, nope, not interested.
I have no idea what was even in that box. Alan just picked it up.
Okay then.
I think it was pills.
Alan, you're only supposed to use the prescribed pills, not the ones you find in random subway cars.
Strangely enough, his prescription is for pills found in random subway cars.
I would not trust that doctor. Then again, I didn't write that doctor into existence, so...
That one's kind of
Words
always
of action.
Hey! No, I am the one who knocks. See? I knocked with my gun.
You don't knock a gun, you knock a bow. Or is it you knock an arrow?
Knock anything you hit hard enough.
Turns out the cultists weren't the only ones using the tunnels. Hidden graffiti signs marked secret routes. I kept hearing whispers around burn barrels of an underground society of mystic outsiders with hidden knowledge. Typical New York.
Hi, everybody. I'm bound and determined to not give me flares.
You open two at once. Well, of course not. You've got good flares. Why would they give you them?
Hey, buddy. Oh no!
Two at once?
He has a friend! Alan,
Fucking
what
difficult,
that's like.
Spike.
Okay. Solving the problem.
Calm down there, Mr. Rogers.
Why didn't he just write Fred Rogers to come in and save him from all this?
Remember, it has to be realistic. He can't put anything too overpowered. Now, he could go a step down and potentially write in Chuck Norris, but no one finds those jokes funny anymore. This distortion effect is really cool.
Yeah, we used to tell Chuck Norris roundhouse jokes all the time, but then we kicked the habit.
Aha.
There's the Cynthia Weaver one. This is a new one. Well, no, this is from the DLC, but
Yep.
far fewer people play the DLC because the DLC relied on games for Windows. You know, write the ending.
Always a mistake.
There is light and there is darkness. There's guilt and there's atonement, but the scales always need to balance. Everything has a price. There's a long journey through the night back to the light. It's not a lake, it's an ocean.
That being said, there's a few games that recently have gotten updates to actually finally remove their games from Windows Live requirements.
There have, yes.
one that surprised everybody when it got announced was Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City.
Yep.
So now a whole bunch more people can buy it and be disappointed by how bad it is.
Here, drop a quick save. We'll head back to the entranceway.
Also, I really hate Twitch's new UI on their main page. I have to adjust the window so I can actually see if we have viewers. I'm guessing the answer is no. Actually, I can't even see.
That's fine.
They have completely hidden whether we have viewers.
This tunnel.
Thanks, Twitch.
It's for our own good.
Did you say it's for our own good?
Yes.
Alan tried to run, but apparently he had never done PE a day in his life.
He was told that it's best to do a light jog. He was told that by the darkness monster.
Run to the light, gotta run to the light!
Oh, you can't get me here.
I couldn't hear the dark presence. It was gone.
Oh, okay. It's at the top.
Is it? Because I literally just looked at the top and I don't... Okay, it had not loaded before now.
The tunnel was open now.
Like when you said that, I pulled out my Discord window again to look. Before then, I didn't see him in there. Maybe it's because it wasn't counting someone other than me. I don't know. Either way, I don't like its placement.
Alan, you can run faster.
But I don't have to, so why should I?
No, you have to.
No, I survived without having to run faster. We're
The
good.
dark presence. I had seen it before. I remembered now. It was always out there, hunting me.
Throwing cars at you.
Alan Wake is bothered by the spooky cloud.
Just be glad we're in tunnels where I can't chuck entire cars at you. This doesn't seem like a boss arena.
Good news, it's actually not.
I had found the murder site. Somehow the victim's heart was the key.
Oh, this is paralleling what,
I felt an overwhelming closeness to home.
I forgot her name.
There's a reason for that.
FBI agent?
Yep.
Who are you?
What is this? Who are you?
She can hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI.
This is Alan Wake. I'm trapped here. The dark place. Under Cauldron Lake.
Cauldron Lake. Who are you?
I'm trying to escape. I'm making progress, but I'm in danger. The dark presence. Help me. Please, help me. I could sense it. I was closer to home. Had the woman in the vision helped me somehow? Something had changed. Outside. Parliament Tower. Where I'd lived with Alice. It was out there. Waiting for me.
That's a big building.
That is a big building, yes.
Yeah.
Parliament Tower is kind of the center of the whole hub area.
Ah. So, since you are playing, is the plan to mostly go through Alan Wake's story until he meets up with our FBI agent? Or were you planning on going back and forth a bit?
We actually covered that in the last time that we played. Basically, anytime you get to one of those sections where one character is talking to the other in that dark, spooky, endless void,
Yeah.
that's going to be our signifier for switching places until we get to the other person's perspective of the same thing. So now that we've done both perspectives of that conversation, we're going to swap back to Saga, do her stuff, and then go back to Alan.
Fair enough.
Also, that guy on the table looks familiar.
Yeah, that's Nightingale.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Nightingale.
Yeah.
All his disgusting glory. The writer of the first word, not the writer of the last. With the terror of the light and the shadow cast. The third eye now open to project the night. This is the moment to write. This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you are gone.
This is a riddle with a dumb answer, isn't it?
Kind of.
Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it, hanging in the air. A meaning, the violent emotion of the act. Like a cloud of wrath, the dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something had soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence.
Rude.
Regression to something you had managed to forget. Marking you. Taking you for a ride.
Da 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 da
Making
da
you
da da.
crazier.
Alright, and we're back.
The station had
at the
changed.
station.
I was closer now.
Dark Place, a photography and videography exhibition by Alice Wake.
When?
Opening soon.
I'm a writer. I write. Writing is the key. Art is the key to find my way out of the dark place. I can't forget this. Don't you fucking forget this. I'm in the dark place. I'm outside time and space. Outside reality. But this is real. A nightmare dimension. An ocean of darkness. Remember, its dark energy can make art come true. Make dreams and nightmares come true. Yes, I can use this. I need to use this. Hungry, monstrous things out there, plotting to stop me, to devour me, become me. Oh no.
Okay. So, we have two options. We can either continue as Alan and get to the next breakpoint in his story, or we can
Our
go
home
play
in
as
Tower.
Saga.
Our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder
Oh, did they
site
not?
had brought me one step
I
closer
might
to
have spoken too
escape.
soon. They might have taken the decision out of my hands. There's no,
Yep,
think
no
this
janitor's
there's no
thing.
janitor's bucket here. So, yeah, we're in it.
All right.
I'm gonna offer you a choice. We don't have this choice, but I'm gonna offer it to you.
It's tea and cake or death.
Oh,
The payphone at the edge of the plaza was
the
ringing
death.
again.
wait, no, cake.
Oh, you already chose.
I meant to say cake.
Sorry.
Oh, too late.
Hey, Alan. Thank God it picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper? To the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did. I
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Oh, I
would
think I know
be
who
if
this
you would
is.
Answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? Do you make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratch will come.
Wait, hello?
Have that map.
I have already discovered the most unrealistic thing about this game.
Hmm.
You went crawling through part of that tunnel, and yet that code is completely clean.
Writer. Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
I'm assuming yes and no. Not actual Alice, but this fictional, this fictional Alice that is created for this.
The answer to the question, is Alice here or not, is going to take all game to answer.
Neat.
There is a chronology of events that we can follow.
Thanks for the jump scare game.
Haunting.
Dick.
Oh, dude.
Alice's
The
phone
chain's great.
equipment set to go off when the door.
Get out! Leave me alone!
Alice! Alice! Alice. This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her?
Okay, so this requires some explanation because this guy's kind of at the center of everything in Alan Wake 2. And Vince, I think you still haven't gone to see the VODs yet, right?
Correct.
Okay. So, at the end of Alan Wake 1, Alan realizes that he can't write a perfect ending. There has to be some sort of sacrifice to get his wife out of the dark place. So he throws himself into the ocean, or into the lake, with the clicker, defeats the big bad of that game, Barbara Jagger, the wife of Thomas Zane, or the puppeted corpse of her, and frees his wife. However, he has to remain behind in the dark place because the ending has to have some kind of sacrifice because it's a horror story. So, Alan tries to cheat the system by writing in a double, by writing an Alan Wake that goes back home with Alice. In American Nightmare, we learn that that double became all of Alan's worst pieces and personality traits with nothing to balance them out. And it became a glib, jokered, mass-murdering psycho by the name of Mr. Scratch. So anytime you hear someone reference Scratch or Mr. Scratch, that is who we're referencing. Alan's double that he made that has backfired on him spectacularly.
This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books.
Uzumaki!
This symbol wasn't here before.
We've seen that symbol before. Not in Alan Wake, but we've seen it before. That was in Control. Does anyone remember where we saw that in Control?
I do not.
I do.
Shiv?
What symbol was it again?
The spiral.
It's in the hotel.
In the motel, yeah.
Oh!
It's one of the icons in the Ocean View Motel on the door. Interesting that we now have an Ocean View Hotel in the
Alice's
dark
video
place.
camera. No memory card inside.
I'm sure it's a coincidence. Part 1.
Alice's memory card.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. Easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me.
I like the flickering light in the background.
Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
So, we only get a very limited glimpse into Alice and Alan's marriage in 1, but even then we start noticing that, like, Alan's kind of a dick. And we know that Alan, like, went wild and had these mood swings, and that's part of why Barry had to work double time to keep his image clean.
Yeah.
So, when Scratch comes back, everyone thinks, and like everyone, Alice, the FBC, everyone thinks that Scratch is Alan Wake, who just went completely nuts. No, nobody knows about Scratch except for Alan and possibly now Saga and Alex Casey.
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing it.
Short part.
Yep.
I mean, it was mostly short because there was no actual gameplay to it. It was all just going through the cutscenes there.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Alan. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place.
Yeah.
It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people, making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the Dark Place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything, like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the Dark Place, make all this shit go away.
How does that involve crashing a satellite?
Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
I knew it. Dear the true evil.
share of batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you. Or a vision of you in the dark place. I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
It's insane. And there's so much of it.
Yeah. We're getting railroaded a little bit before we can make any choices about where to go. And
Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult.
With a narrative the way it is, I kind of am okay with it being railroaded a little. Because it makes it feel like there's an order you are supposed to learn this stuff through.
That's it. Keep trying.
psychology up here. There's 3 more at Cauldron Lake. 7 Bright Falls, and 1 more area we'll be going to.
The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance? Yes. The Dark Place. A dimension that's home to monsters. Huh. Wild stuff.
The overlap by our setting home.
Right.
We got a lot of stuff from that interview.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's mostly stuff we've already gone over. One thing that we're saving for later. Okay.
Have you ever heard of the Cult of the Tree?
Creepy bunch. in the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness, possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author.
Who, Stephen King?
Any bells?
The cult.
No, he wishes.
Yes.
Dean Koontz?
Yes.
Back
They
up,
have
back
a
up.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused?
Clearly, the call
Or
was
is he hiding
created by
something?
Chuck Tingle.
Oh, God, do I have something for you guys?
Pounded in the ass by a creepy deer call in the middle of the woods.
Nope. I wish. Wait, no, take that back. Oh, God.
Tree. Up the tree.
Doesn't make sense.
I have posted something in the on-air chat.
Profiling.
Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter. The next chapter. The next chapter. Keep
The dragon.
safe. The dark.
The dragon.
shine Of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker. Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa. Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them. Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
So anyways, I started blasting.
Standing inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. Her mind reeled from what the horror story was now claiming about her. Her life, her past. She didn't accept it. She stepped out of the trailer. She needed air. But she wasn't alone. A cultist stared at her from behind a deer mask. She drew her weapon, shouted, ran after him.
The Cult of the Tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this. It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
Okay, now we have the split. So now we can choose whether or not to do Saga's section next or do Alan's section next. I will leave it up to the group.
You wrote these pages in the dark place. So why are we finding them here?
I think I wrote them up. I remember writing an endless amount of pages, but when this happened before, the pages were being sent from the dark place to help me. Maybe the same thing is happening here.
That's all for now, Mr. Wake. Thank you for your cooperation.
See, normally I would say we keep doing the Alan Wake stuff, but since it's far less scary when Krampus knows he can just run around beating shadows in the face like the regular people Alan Wake runs across on a daily basis, loses the joy of forcing him to do that. So I'm good to go away.
Alright.
Vince?
I'm kind of also good either way.
Then I will make the decision we are going to play as Saga, since we did a majority as Alan Wake last time.
Alrighty, fair enough. We got things to do in Bright Falls anyway.
Past favorite Deerfest floats. Go.
The yarn puppet monstrosity.
Stuffed moose and squirrels won.
So who's in for a bet this year?
Those beady dead marble eyes still
$100
give me
says there'll be
nightmares.
at least one fender bender between the floats.
For that amount of money, you'll cause it yourself.
Yeah, I'm not taking that wager. Too many opportunities for interference.
They're serious about Deerfest around here.
Yep, it's all they have.
Welcome to Coffee World, voted Washington's best coffee-themed amusement park. All of our attractions are
It's also the only one, but that still makes it the best.
Just like our coffee. So, take a sip of our Oh Dear Diner organic coffee and let the adventure begin. Hold on for dear life on the Espresso Express. Oh! Soak in some local history at the Huatari Well, where two serial killers once hid the disemboweled bodies of their murder victims. It's not haunted. No. Come join Mocha Moose and the goats at our amusement park petting zoo. Just don't share your coffee with the goats. Seriously, stop feeding our goats coffee. Seriously, it's not amusing. Take in amazing views from the Slow Roaster Ferris wheel. I can almost see the Warrior Lighthouse trailer park. This is so much fun. And finish off at our beautiful gift shop where seniors and children under 10 receive a 9% discount on keychains and propane tanks. Welcome to Coffee World. We guarantee you'll have a great time.
Where the fun is percolating.
This is the third time I've requested something be done about the TV in my room. It keeps going on by itself. It's keeping me awake.
I don't know. That slow roaster ride looks like it'd be pretty fun.
Sir, I'm terribly sorry for that. We've called a professional electrician.
Well, I have some great news for you guys.
Tried unplugging the TV for the night?
Oh, do we actually get to go on the rides?
There's an idea. Why don't I just get
Coffee World visit may be in our future.
Fantastic.
on the floor? Go to the toilet in the corner. Yeah, I'm not unplugging it. You're fixing it.
Of course, sir.
That's the fakest beard I've ever fucking seen.
This is not a save room yet.
Hello?
Spoilers.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm with the FBI. With the FBI, I can help.
Can you? Ma'am, are you casing the joint? If so, you're doing it very poorly.
She's gonna be there for a while.
Look, I get you're FBI. You can't just walk into someone else's room.
Tammy didn't want me to come, I can tell. Not like the trip was even helping. I thought getting out of the city would inspire me, but Bright Falls is just a bunch of trees and empty storefronts. I need to find something. I'm tired of writing one-act plays about how shitty the world is. I thought scathing social commentary would make me feel like a real artist, but I don't know. It's not me. I want to write something weird, something really out there, something authentic. What? Fuck this town. I don't even want to get into what happened last night. It's weird, though. Sitting in the hotel room, some pieces are starting to fall together. An idea for a new play. A space cult, burning down the galaxy in a misguided search for TBD. A lone man, an artist, wandering the stars until his destiny puts him straight in the cult's path. All-black cast? A musical? A rock opera? Ed returns to Cauldron Lake.
Ed hadn't been the same since his latest show had closed. This wasn't the first time one of his productions had shuttered early. Scathing social commentary in a one-act play wasn't exactly filling seats. When Tammy told him she was taking a research trip to Bright Falls, he decided to tag along. Ed told her he wanted to find inspiration. Really, he just wanted a break from the city. But it was true that he certainly needed to find something. A voice, a direction, an idea, something authentic to himself. Ed knew he couldn't keep using Tammy's money to fund his playwriting. After the argument with Tammy, Ed stormed out of the diner and drove their rental car back to Cauldron Lake to prove a point. Now standing in the dark woods, the sun hidden by the trees, Ed wished he could remember what that point was. Something about masculinity. He cursed at himself and turned to go. Suddenly, he was blinded by a light in his face.
And then shot by an author.
Ed struggled in vain.
And another one. Tammy rides the ferry.
Tammy tapped her pen on her notebook. Alan Wake had ridden this same ferry into town when he arrived. This was his entry into Bright Falls. His first steps across the threshold. She wrote that down. She always found it helpful to walk in the victim's shoes, do what they did, see what they saw. It added great color to the book. Tammy felt raindrops on her face. God, again? She pulled up her hood. The rain just kept coming. She missed New York. So far, this hadn't been the simple research trip she pictured. First the incident at the lake, then the fight with Ed. It's not surprising tempers got hot. They were both on edge after what had happened. Tammy had said some things she regretted. She looked out over the harbor. A chill passed through her. She hoped Ed wouldn't do anything stupid.
All right, you're gonna laugh.
Those were the two from earlier, right?
Yeah, Tammy and Ed were the two. The Bookers.
Yeah, the Bookers. Just invading their bathroom too. I see how it is.
Absolutely.
I can't force it open.
All right, now we're done. That's currently locked. That will be unlocked later.
I swear I brought my full kit along. Jules, you didn't forget to pack the EMF reader, did you?
Why would
Phasmo, Phasmo, Phasmo.
I've got my own to worry about.
Great. Now how am I supposed to measure the energy signatures emitted by paranormal manifestations?
Another locked box.
One of the worst locks in existence.
All zeros.
Fear the dark, fear the woods.
Oh dear. You know, when I'm feeling stiff, I find a light snack helps. So, did you try that beef jerky?
No. Lunch is at 11, and I wanted to save my appetite because today was the fish soup with crackers. You're allowed up to 4 crackers, but I only take 1 unless I have a glass of cranberry juice. They ran out of cranberry juice at breakfast, which is at 7. I didn't take the oatmeal today because it makes me gassy before cribbage, and I can't...
So you didn't try the jerky. Got it. Well, that's too bad, Donna. Their new teriyaki flavor sure does hit the spot.
They had teriyaki salmon with rice on Friday's dinner menu. Dinner's at 5, but we all know the salmon takes longer to prepare, and then you're late for bingo. And who needs all that spice?
I agree. Teriyaki is a shit flavor.
You're a shit flavor.
Tapio, how are you on the line?
Shit's a bit too harsh, but it's B tier at best.
Yes, and I hate teriyaki. Well, it's delicious on jerky. So, let's give a big thank you to Wendy Davis for these samples. Wendy? No, that can't be right. Wendy went missing in 2010. I heard she's dead. I'm referring to Wendy Davis from our sponsor, Davis Family Beef Jerky. Wendy Davis, that's the dead one. She's dead. Right. Well, that's our time. Remember to keep your coffee.
I mean, I started off hating that guy, but now I like him.
That sun shines right around the corner.
Pat's not doing so well.
Maybe you should try some of that jerky. But not the teriyaki flavor.
So there's no real point investigating around the town because we've already found most of the things that we can get without the key items.
Yeah.
And there's no point going to Cauldron Lake for largely the same reason. So we're just going to head to Watery.
Ah, Watery. Sounds like a good vacation spot.
Yeah, Anderson, I didn't want
A little dry for my taste.
Awake, but are you sure this is a good idea? Going on your own?
Assuming we believe the page, I need to check this out. We need to find the cult. Anyone we meet here could be a member. And this Scratch guy.
The evil doppelganger? It must be true, or else this guy can't write for shit.
Could be both.
The quality of his writing aside, if this page turns out to be true like the rest have, this could be a breakthrough. We might solve this thing before backup even arrives.
Yeah, but they're taking their time, so just be careful out there. Meanwhile, I think me and Wake will have a chat. Maybe I can shake something loose.
Okay. But remember what happened with the Salt Shaker?
Yeah, real funny.
The page placed me in a trailer, somewhere in Watery.
Lexi just came here with a shotgun slung on her back.
FBI.
The flooding is even worse here. More like underwatery. I'll have to tell Casey that one later.
Please don't. No, Stella! Stella's missing.
Stella, missing from Georgia Street, last seen Thursday evening, wearing a pink collar with rose gold buckles. Answers to Stella, Stella Luna, Luna, Looney Tune. Very friendly, not aggressive. If seen, please call Kevin at 555-9786.
Hey, what did you used to say your dream job was as a kid? I bet it wasn't dock worker.
I don't know about all that, but idle hands are the devil's playground, so...
Well, us fishing types appreciate you all, at least.
Do you? Do you really?
Come on down to the fishing hole.
Mayor Seta will stand up for justice.
We saw these signs before.
We did. Like I said, they're a collectible. They're not hidden or anything, but they are a collectible.
Ah. Hi, Audie.
Yep, it's where I went to vacation.
Yep.
Okay then. Catchy tune. Excuse me. Do you know? Hush. Audie's in the middle of a show. I wonder if I'm the first FBI agent to ever get shushed.
How do you know my name? Tom the Poet.
Yep. Terrifyingly strange deep dive, or strange dive into the dark depths of an artist's mind. Owned by Thomas Zane, Tom the Poet. Pinprick of light and notion of darkness. Based on a novel by Alan Wake?
Huh.
You have no idea how much that one line complicates matters. The Dark Doppelganger in the Art and Life of Thomas Zane. Original Thomas Zane, The Auteur. Guest lecture by the president of the Bright Falls Film Society, Thomas Emerson. Discussing Zane's early career in Finland, his artist commune in Bright Falls, his lost work Tom the Poet, and his mysterious disappearance in 1970. Playing his own dark double in his films, the poet, the writer, the diver, Thomas the Rider. 24th of November, Watery Suomi Hall, or Suomi Hall.
But Dave's the diver. And he's getting a new game. That's a lot of names to figure out what's important about it.
Welcome to Coffee World. One-of-a-kind amusement park opens in Watery. I'm sure all of our readers know Ilmo Koskala, who, with the help of his brother Jaakko, has been making our small town of Watery a bustling hub with his various business ventures. Latest of these, Coffee World, has its grand opening just around the corner. I had a chance to ask Ilmo a few questions about Coffee World. Ilmo, what is Coffee World about? I'm glad you asked. Coffee World is the world's greatest coffee-themed amusement park for all ages, and right here in our hometown of Watery. It's got all the rides, thrills, and excitement you could ask for, and of course, lots of delicious, fresh coffee, both hot and iced. Put that in. How did this unique business idea come about? Well, as you know, I'm all about ideas. An idealist, you could say. But what's even more important to me than my successful businesses is our hometown. With my help, we can revitalize Watery. Build its economy back up, bring the tourists back in, and enjoy ourselves in the process, too. Coffee World is just as much for the townspeople as it is for the out-of-towners. What attractions should the visitors be sure not to miss? Oh, that's like having to choose a favorite child. It's impossible. But the Slow Roaster is, of course, a wonderful ride full of mystery and magic. And the Espresso Express is sure to give you a thrill. Also, don't forget to drop by the Fresh Pot gift shop on your way out. You never know what treasures you might find. Coffee, at least, I bet. Yes. Is this Watery's own Nessie? An anonymous source sent this photograph to our editors, claiming it was captured during the last full moon. A majestic beast hidden in the depths of the water, or an elaborate prank? A sea creature that defies the very laws of nature, or a submarine relic from the Cold War era? Lonely wanderer searching for companionship and compassion, or a fearsome monster out for blood? These questions, among others, haunt our editorial team here at the Bright Falls Record after one of our avid readers seen this mysterious photograph as evidence of an unidentified creature roaming Watery's waters and making a rare but opportune appearance. This titillating spotting might just be the event of the year. As we dive deeper into this mystery, we here at the Bright Falls Record invite all our readers to a naming competition. What should our local beast be called? Watery Wanda? Shelly the Sea Monster? Send in your suggestions now. More updates and revelations to follow as the story unfolds.
Meanwhile, Audie has just been going to town.
Audie's been just going to... He loves singing, man. He's got his own band, you know. Audie and the Janitors.
Such a shame.
At that deer head. It's a big tree.
Big tree.
Audie, I need to question people here, please. Can you give us a break?
I don't think we're gonna get anywhere while Audie's singing. He just
Ugh.
commands the attention of everyone in the room. But we did get the map
Water
from
is
it.
definitely quaint.
Only so many times I can keep fixing the same hole.
Go, quit sticking your dick in it. Wait, no, sorry.
There's a hole. There's a hole. There's a hole in the bottom of the... Ah, god damn it.
The boat. It's a boat. It's not the sea, it's the bottom of the boat.
Detour here.
A trailer park. In Koskela. Mom's family was from Sweden. I've always imagined it kind of like this. Saunas, lakes. Seems nice. Enjoying the sauna?
You bet. The steam is amazing on my creaky old joints. I'm just waiting for Ati to wrap up his show so we can crack open some beers.
You can be waiting a while.
The sauna is good for preventing dementia.
Yeah, and so is beer.
Ever heard of the Cult of the Tree?
The half-deer, half-man monsters? Oh, sure I've heard of them.
Nope, never heard of 'em.
I can't risk taking walks in the forest anymore. If one of them shows up, how am I supposed to get away? I can't run with a bad hip. I'd be killed for sure. I could maybe use my crutches to defend myself. Do you think that'd work? You're the professional.
Probably smart just to stay in the sauna for now.
Hey,
Put a
Sigma,
gun at the bottom of each one.
Sauna doesn't fix what ails ya. You're a goner.
They also say silence is golden.
Rude!
And for that, I'm taking your stuff. Oh, you don't have any
What
stuff.
stuff?
That's sad. Ah, you've already used... Ah, I got your batteries.
No, we need those for the sauna.
Hot.
Yet it is a sauna. They tend to be hot. Okay, I like the rubber ducky.
Which may or may not be a callback to Control. Veers more into Easter egg territory than the usual references here. Oh, hey!
Hey, Saga! Over here!
Hey, Ilmo. How did your walk in the woods with Steven go?
Another satisfied customer. I just hope he remembers to write a good review on the webpage. Great to see you back in Watery, Saga. Everyone in town missed you.
Super nice to see you again, Saga.
They act like they've known me for years. This keeps happening. Are you familiar with the Cult of the Tree?
Yeah, we always thought it was an urban legend. Kids drawing creepy symbols to scare each other, but, now it's gotten pretty damn real, huh?
It's terrible what happened. We're all in shock.
Well, we're looking into it. Hoping to get things back to normal soon.
We're all for that. As normal as it ever gets around here.
You own the trailer park, right? Mind if I take a look inside?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the owner of the Watery Lighthouse Trailer Park, me, can help you with that. It's good to have our funniest resident back.
Resident? I don't understand what you mean.
If this is your way of getting out of any outstanding bills, don't worry. They've been handled.
Must be hard coming back to where you and your little girl lived.
It's like they remember a different reality. Is the horror story messing with their memories? So what is Coffee World?
You mean you haven't seen our commercial for it? Coffee World is a smooth blend of rides, food, and fun. We even had a real moose. Until recently.
I got hungry.
Plus, right next to Coffee World is the workshop of our own Kalevala Knights Motorcycle Club. We're busy building the floats for Deerfest.
Don't go peeking, though. You know, we're saving the big reveal for DFest.
So, your commercials.
They're more than commercials, Saga. Our goal is to both entertain and educate local viewers about the fine products and services we provide. And, Yako here really comes alive in front of the camera. Really. Fuck off. I'm just there for the free beer. Not sure what Ilmo's excuse is. Hey, I'm writer, producer, co-lead, director. Do yourself a favor and, check them all out.
Oh god, there's multiple.
There are multiple.
Will give me the answers.
Every chapter beyond this one has a commercial. Or every chapter starting with this one and going
Yeah.
through your has.
Elmo thinks the cult is just an urban legend. Or does he?
There are things that go bump in the night. It's all true. It's all true. Sound the alarm, brother. Gather the troops, brother. Yako, the shadow of the forest is creeping closer.
They don't think it's an urban legend at all. They understand it's dangerous. Ilmo made it sound like I lived here. Does he really believe that?
Light, laughter, and love will guide you home. Saga and her daughter. Oh boy. Happy faces raise property value. Family comes first, Ilma. We take care of her trailer while she's gone. She's one of us, Yako. Her spare key is safe and sound.
The Koskela brothers have happy memories of me living here. This must be the story affecting them. I'll play along for now. I need the key to that trailer. Trailer park is a good place to look
So,
for a
question:
trailer.
do you have to actually do the board here to unlock paths?
For some, yes.
Okay.
Not every one is required, but
Wakes says the story will change reality around
there's
us.
very frequently times where you
If
won't be
that's
able to
true,
progress
then I need to
until
know
you've
what's
done
real
a particular
and
thing on
what's
the board
fiction.
that unlocks the next area.
I find it interesting for a first playthrough, but I would find it kind of annoying if I'm trying to get to a certain point and I don't remember exactly what needs to be done on the board and what doesn't. I don't know if they have a system for it. They just auto do the board on a like New Game Plus run or something.
No.
Or not.
They don't. But by that point, you know where everything goes.
All joking aside, yes, I would like to see my trailer. Do you have a spare set of keys?
Good for you. Yeah, I have a spare set. They're just over at Coffee World. I'd get them for you, but Yako and I have to head to Bright Falls. The spare keys are in the gift shop safe. I'll call ahead and have someone get them out for you. Oh, the road's flooded, but if you just follow this trail behind me, it'll lead you there.
I mean, it's okay. I can swim that.
Give Saga a hand. Yep.
Yes, because this is certainly impassable.
Flooding did this?
Fucking passable.
Oh, what you don't see is all the crocs.
Nothing? What am I paying them for? Guess they're busy. Well, after they finally pick up, we really need to get over to Bright Falls for that, thing. Yep. Must be busy at the
There's
bar.
Coffee World. Need to get across the river.
Impassable.
On down to Coffee World, get some coffee. Heart explode.
The hunting crossbow.
The hunting crossbow. Somehow we just know that the hunting crossbow is there. There's nothing in this emergency box.
Clearly, someone had an emergency and already took everything.
What was that?
I'm sure it's nothing. You can put your guns away. Just a man doing a little bit of throwing practice. You're good.
FBI, show yourself.
Just the Flash doing a little bit of axe throwing progress.
Man, do a little bit of shadow dash progress or practice. I mean,
Soggy, you can't shoot a man.
he was just a lumberjack.
See, that guy wasn't the bad guy. That is. Oh my God, he became two people.
He did suddenly become two people.
Is this the cult?
No, that one was okay.
Or both?
I think Saga has become infected by Alan Wake violence syndrome. The deer doll. And the moose. Where's the squirrel?
The gentle beast with a beautiful crown runs through the woods with a worried frown. The hunter he flees between the mighty trees to make it out alive.
That's the deer.
The beast.
This is a gentle, which, most certainly not a fucking moose. Between the trees, so I'm guessing on the sun, between the leaf and the tree.
That's not right.
Nope.
Oh, right, you idiot.
Nah. Doesn't look right.
Like, I hope to God they're not saying the moose is the fucking gentle beast.
Almost certainly. It's probably the moose on the tree.
Might we not have all the dolls? Oh!
No, for this particular one, we have it. As long as you've been diligent about picking up dolls in an area, by the time you go to the next area, you should have all the dolls necessary.
Okay. Whoever wrote that riddle is a moron. Moose are not gentle.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's one reason I was doing the deer.
Yeah, that was why I said the deer. It's like, the keyword gentle does not apply to moose.
A lot of people have no idea what animals are.
This is ridiculous. A charm.
Moose.
Or squirrel. So what charm did we get?
We got another one of the Coffee World cups.
Oh, okay. The shall not be equipped because we're not going to need it. Gotcha.
Free res one. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
there was like an arrowhead marker there?
Yes.
Crossbow bolts.
Oh, okay.
Right, we have to go get the crossbow before we can...
I mean, that's fair. If you don't know that you're going to need crossbow bolts, you would just, I guess, leave them there. Active reload.
There's another cult stash.
And if you take the crossbow out, put it back in the stash when you're done. P.S. I changed the code, as asked.
It's still something stupid, isn't it?
It's numbers.
It's a 3-digit number.
In this case, it is 5,
2, and then whatever has 3 in it. 527.
You you aren't wearing the mask, this does not belong to you. We can't pick this up yet because I have to go drop some stuff off in the shoebox. Because up until now, we have not had access to the shoebox. Same logic as in Alan's chapter. We don't really need medkits for anything. So we can leave them behind. They just take up space.
Saga was beginning to see why Casey disliked the woods so much. They felt oppressive here. Too many places to hide. The distorted carnival music drifting from the amusement park ahead did not help. What the Koskalas had said about her living in Watery with Logan unsettled her. For the horror story to involve her was one thing, but involving her daughter was crossing a line. Something darted across the path ahead, too fast to see. Saga drew her weapon. Her eyes searched the woods. A noise overhead. Saga swiveled to look. A local. A man on the ridge above her. No, not a man. A monster with a hatchet in each hand. It shouted down at her. Hunting season was a bust!
He yelled no such thing. He was shot before he had a chance.
Side, grab the crossbow.
Is the crossbow a good weapon?
Kind of. The crossbow is very powerful. And it can, even on normal difficulty, take down most of the enemies that we're going to fight in Saga's chapters in, like, 1, maybe 2 shots for some of the more advanced shadows.
Is it worth 3 slots?
I like to keep it as a backup weapon, but once we get the replacement for it, or what I consider the replacement for it, we will ditch it into the stash.
Ammo really takes up a lot of space, I'm noticing.
Ammo does take up a lot of space. And we're going to be going back for more ammo, because they are very stingy with the crossbow bolt ammo. So I want that couple of arrows that are back at the puzzle site.
Fair enough.
Now, the downside of the crossbow is that it is a very long reload time.
I mean, that's somewhat realistic for crossbows, or for crossbows.
Yeah, only 1 bolt, but still worth it.
I mean, it's 1 more bolt than you had before.
Now, how many... We only have 1 manuscript. A manuscript piece. That's not enough for...
I was gonna say, we haven't found a lunchbox in a while.
Oh, that's going to change pretty quick. They're all around the woods out here. There's no stash up there. I hear you around the corner. You're not stealthy.
You don't hear shit.
Hey, drop some batteries. Yeah, we still don't have the thing we need to get. But we have some overlapping triangles.
Another one of those cult boxes.
Yeah, that's like the least secure lock you can have.
What had kept Watery afloat all these years? A century, if not more. The locals knew the answer. Grit. Or as they put it in the language of their Finnish forefathers, sisu. These days, sisu was needed more than ever. The town was fading. It never quite recovered from the lumber mill shutting its doors. Now the fishing was drying up as well. Most people had left to find jobs in other towns. Only the most tenacious stubbornly remained. Dug in. Parasites in the body of a terminal patient. Sisu. Some people tried to resuscitate the town. The Koskela brothers double-handedly warded off the impending darkness with their ventures. Coffee World brought tourists, money, and jobs. Coffee-themed fun for all ages. The Kalevala Knights Motorcycle Club built parade floats. The bikers repaired vehicles and volunteered locally. But it wouldn't be enough. Watery needed a miracle. The end of the road was in sight. And it was coming fast.
Make sure I've got everything in quick slots I need. Inventory management.
Hooray.
What a thrill.
Hey, buddy.
Oh god, I was just taking a piss. What the fuck?
Take that, Dracula.
Just taking a piss.
That's a hell of a bolt.
I was about to say.
That sheared the entire front left half of his face off. Checking around, but this is mostly flooded area. There will be a point when Watery isn't flooded, and we can go back and get a lot of goodies that we just can't get right now.
Makes sense.
Oh, painted rocks. Rocks painted to look like a novelist's face.
Another Alex Casey lunchbox?
Hi, Hero. I think a few pieces of paper from my private fanfiction project got mixed into some of these stashes, but I don't know which ones. I posted some online. They're getting pretty good reviews, but I'd appreciate it if you didn't read them. It's a privacy thing. That is one of the aforementioned places we will go later. To my cabin. Alright, everybody. I hope you're ready for the majesty of the world's only coffee-themed amusement park.
I don't think I'm ready for this. Let me get a drink of coffee.
It's a wonderful place. Look over here real quick. Best in town, hot dogs and cold drinks.
I really don't like that it's placed right next to the porta potties.
It's fine.
It's convenient.
There.
A lot of empty containers.
Scratch stalked through the forest, a terrifying dark presence in the night, more sensed than seen. Darkness boiled in his skull, like a storm cloud crammed into a bottle. The woods were alive with those he had taken. They were coming with him, directed by him, his army of darkness. His singular purpose was a sharp, pulsing black hole in his head, waves roaring out of it to whip his flock into a frenzy, filling them with his purpose. The clicker. He wanted it, to make his horrific ending to the story come true. The art was there. The clicker would push it across the final threshold, a detonator to send out a tidal wave that would spread to overtake reality. He was so close to claiming it. The Taken gibbered and shouted, straining against their invisible leashes, filled with bloodlust. Scratch let them go. They launched themselves into the night with violent glee. He ripped a signpost from the ground, swung it in his hands as if it was made of air. Ahead, the music started. It called him on. Let the final Deerfest commence.
Don't have near enough.
Yeah. In my opinion, the only upgrade you really want for the crossbow, if you're going to be using it, is 2 shots. Which just gives you a second shot on the crossbow. If something survives 2 shots, then you just pull out the pistol and finish the job with a single pistol bullet.
Fair enough.
All right.
Hello? Anyone here?
Nope. Did they get out? Did the Taken get them? Or were they turned into Taken? I'll need to get the key to the trailer park myself. Ilmo said the key is kept in the gift shop safe. Locked. Needs something to jimmy it open with. A list of maintenance work.
Coffee World entrance sign defaced. Clean with detergent, whacked sign. Should be good until someone tags it again tomorrow. Slow roaster pod is stuck, won't swing. I hit it with some WD-40. Seems good for now. Fallen tree near Latte Lagoon. Should I probably call the tree guy? Chainsawed and removed, keeping the wood. Several burnt out bulbs on percolator. Replaced and ordered more bulbs. Squeaking on Latte Lagoon car beat. Tightened the bolts, less bad now. Percolator control panel jammed. Removed front with screwdriver. Found a penny in there. Huh? Penny will start a fire.
A screwdriver. Huh.
To the case board. Stuff. Full stashes. Now it's time for Coffee World.
Coffee World. The most caffeinated place on Earth. And yet nobody's here.
That doesn't
to
sound
get
pleasant.
that key.
Everybody here's
What
really
is it?
jittery.
It's like, that's not true. Nuka World.
This is not the Fallout universe, and everybody's better off for it.
Fair.
Using screwdrivers to break into gift shops isn't exactly standard procedure.
Yeah.
Girl, find a rock and smash the lock.
You have a gun!
Don't shoot the fucking lock.
This is the kind of thing Alan Wake would write, though. Saga shot the lock, and it sounded totally badass. We've got a bunch of fish facing a giant pie.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Another cult stash.
It's the slow release.
Fun.
Only striped cups. Seven. Four, seven. Aha! Some shotgun shells, it's bullets. Do not take what is not yours.
Not the boss me box.
Seats so you can sit and watch the scenic bumper cars. We're sorry, this toilet's temporarily out of order. What the fuck? All the toilets are out of order. Get your shit together.
Haha! I mean, it's really hard to get a truck up there when where you have those. Emptying them's got to be a pain in the ass.
Because this is a mascot kids can trust.
That's just the coffee bear.
I don't like the dead soulless eyes of the coffee pot. And who is
Like-
that for down there?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Don't think too hard.
Also, this place is great to go through if you're doing return trips through here, because a number of these places become spawn points for Taken. Hey, shotgun shells. Bowling row. Make a row to win.
Just melee swing at it.
Get another crossbow bolt. And two more here. Ducks.
Jesus! Calm down, Saga. It's just a pot of coffee.
Have a beautiful day.
Why'd you sound like a maniac?
Slightly disturbed pot of coffee. I want to go on the tilt-a-whirl.
I don't think you do.
Dude, it's right there.
Excuse me, I don't know what you mean by
I'm sorry,
tilt-a-whirl. I think you
the
mean
percolator.
percolator.
Thank you.
Okay, then.
Aw, darn you and your teacup shield.
That wasn't even a Taken. That was just a guy.
I'm just the ride operator, dude.
Good job, Saga. You're killing the monsters. And by monsters, we mean people.
I want to go on the ride.
Alright, here's the first of those key items I keep talking about. Now we have
We
a
found
screwdriver, so we can
a
break
screwdriver.
open padlocks.
Only this screwdriver, though. No other screwdriver in the
Only
world.
this screwdriver can do that. No other screwdriver in existence can break open padlocks.
But there are no other screwdrivers, so that's technically correct.
We've seen many toolboxes.
But none of them have had screwdrivers in them.
How are you enjoying your Coffee World experience? Got a heck of a kick to it.
Oh, God! I think he got off on that one.
Make a quick stop at a couple other places, pick up some optional stuff.
Do we have room for that optional stuff?
You raise a good point. Ah, we are also stopping at the Mocha Moose.
Look, was fact board.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Moosing Mocha facts. Mocha is around 6 years old. Did you know moose can live up to 25 years? Mocha weighs 820 pounds. Did you know moose are the largest species of deer in the world? Mocha loves to swim. Did you know moose can dive up to 20 feet underwater? Mocha's favorite drink is coffee. Did you know that Mocha is the only known moose with a caffeine addiction? Mocha the Moose. One morning during Coffee World's construction, a wounded moose was discovered taking shelter inside the Fresh Pot gift shop. Though limping from a leg injury, the wily moose proved too quick for wildlife rescue. After a long and unsuccessful chase, everyone stopped for a much-needed coffee break, brewing up some of the Coffee World's finest. Before the first cup was poured, the moose appeared, drawn by the delicious aroma. He allowed himself to be treated in exchange for a steaming mug as what is now known as Mocha's signature blend. Since then, Mocha the Moose has become a beloved fixture of Coffee World, welcoming guests from across the country, as well as personally taste testing each of our roasts to give them the Mocha seal of approval.
Oh, I learned something today. I did not know that moose are actually a type of deer.
When you ask,
Thought they were their own thing.
speak.
And no, I did not trust the game on that. I looked it up.
Are you not trusting of Coffee World's Mocha facts?
I am indeed not trusting of a video game to give me authentic facts of the real world.
It's not just a video game. This is Coffee World. We really didn't need a screwdriver for that.
No,
we did not.
No, we did not.
Fuck the safe. Where's the shoebox?
You didn't even use it as a screwdriver. You literally just used it as a leverage to pry the thing open. You have so many objects on your person right now you could have done that with. Or just kick the door.
Sorry,
Well, like I said,
Bright
just
Falls
got in a
Mine.
ruck.
Anna apologized to the customers. I'll just grab some from the back. More coffee coming right up. She suggested they ride the percolator while they waited. She passed Ilmo at the Espresso Express. Big smile, Anna. Coffee World is all smiles. Anna nodded, smiled. She smiled until her face hurt. Anna stopped walking, realized she was standing next to the Huatari well. Must have zoned out, she thought. She was about to go, but something in the well caught her eye. A shadow shifting in the dark. Anna was overcome by vertigo. The world tilted, and then she was falling down, down, down into the shaft. The darkness opened up to swallow her.
Oh, that Anna. Such a clutch. What's?
Hey Ilmo, heads up. Got another angry voicemail from a parent about her kid poking himself in the eye with one of the souvenir pucos. Whose grand idea was to sell kids' plastic knives in a coffee-themed amusement park anyway. Oh right, it was yours. Jeff, I need another moose favor. Mocha was doing just fine. He even got a glowing vet report, and then bam, they say it was a heart attack. I'm not blaming you. Maybe he just had a bad ticker. No tolerance for stimulants either. We're telling the kids that Mocha's taking a little vacation, but I could really use your help ASAP to maintain continuity. Do you have any more in stock? Thanks in advance, Ilmo. So, yeah, turns out that moose don't naturally drink coffee, and that feeding your moose a steady supply of coffee is their heart exploding.
Locked. Okay. What would Ilmo use for a code?
Why'd you change the damn password to the safe again? I thought it was Lookout Fixer Supplier. Who hurt you? Why are you so paranoid?
I ask that question all the goddamn time.
About why Elmo's so paranoid?
I need to open the safe. What's the combination?
Why do you people change your passwords all the goddamn time?
Why not just use keys? People love the puzzles, Yaku. Only very smart people can think up good puzzles. Just look around and you will find the answer. Dedicated staff will be rewarded.
The combination to the safe is somewhere in the gift shop.
Yes, just leave
yeah.
the password clue or the password in the gift shop. That's secure.
Of course it is. The only person who's going to find it is the protagonist.
The gift shop was locked, technically.
Yeah, that was a very secure lock too. You can tell by the fact that it was just
I
a
mean,
screwdriver.
you
to
had
open
you
it.
had to have one very specific screwdriver to open it. So.
We don't know that. We just never found another screwdriver.
Hope they're not all monsters now.
News of the week. Remember to bring your liability forms for Tuesday's Bring Your Dog to Coffee World Day.
The photos have stickers on them.
Congratulations to Thomas for completing his first year at Coffee World. As usual, this work anniversary earns you a free packet of freshly ground coffee. The percolator is unfortunately undergoing maintenance, but don't worry, we'll fix it as soon as possible. So yeah, it's not hard to figure out what we need to do for this particular one. Lookout fixer security. Which I believe is park workaround. Fixer is maintenance. So 2, 6, 4. Supplier. Got fixer supplier. Two, 6, and supplier. I think they mean. I think they mean concession stand. 2, 6, 3.
No.
Was it concession stand on the bottom right?
It is, but that's not what we're going by. All of them have a little coffee bean sticker on their picture for how many years they worked at Coffee World. So let's look out as a 1. Lost and found. So it would be 1, 6, 3. No. Oh, sorry. Yeah, because they changed it. They changed it later. Down at the bottom here. Tracker.
So it's tracker. Yeah. Look out. 2, 1, 6.
I bet Ilmo's the kind of guy who likes Sudokus.
Two, 1, 6, I think you said.
6, yeah.
some help?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go back to the board. Still gonna make you actually figure out which ones are on the board.
Yeah. Tracker
You do want tracker lookout cleaner. So
Okay,
tracker is someone who finds things.
Oh, lost and found.
Yep.
Okay. Lookout is
Someone who'd be keeping an eye on.
security.
146.
146, yeah.
There you go.
The keys to my trailer.
Now you just have to figure out which trailer's your trailer.
There's one trailer.
Flamingos in love.
Flamingos. This is Monday.
The Huotari Well, 1913. Legends say this is the dwelling place of the evil water spirit, the Naki, who lures people to their watery graves. In the early days of Wateri's history, this very well where Ilmari Huotari hid the bodies of his victims, with the help of his brother, Jacopi Huotari. It was only after Ilmari murdered his own brother that the gruesome acts came to life. But was it madness? Or the spirit of Naki possessing Ilmari that drove him to murder, like he himself believed? Is there more to this well than meets the eye? Hides behind the smile.
So I couldn't help but notice something there.
What's that?
The names of those two killers happen to be very similar to two people we know.
Elmo
and Jaco.
Yep. This is not the right statue.
Also, as much as I dislike the new UI for Twitch, they at least made banning people very fucking simple. I didn't even have to go hunting for a button.
Yeah, that's good.
Can we disable that? No. Okay.
And behold, the giant pie ride? Question mark.
Like, is that even a ride or just a sculpture?
Yes.
If you want to play on it,
It's
there's nothing
fresh.
stopping you.
Shush it, coffee man. This entire fucking park is nightmare fuel. If I had a kid and they asked me to go to Coffee World, I'd be like, no, I don't hate you.
Let's see the picture again. It's only him under an arch.
What hides behind that?
That's why the smile is a key.
What evil lurks in the hearts of men?
Only the shadow knows.
True.
There's 3 batteries on you. There we go. It's right the first time. Man, would you really want your mayoral campaign to be associated with Coffee World?
In this world, probably.
You take what you can get.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Look, for this place to continue running, someone has to go to it.
Maybe it only runs because of Alan Wake writing it into existence.
Entirely possible.
That is entirely possible. Not gonna read the note.
Oh, right.
Not that I know if it's anything important.
M&T were supposed to be on patrol last night, but didn't show. If anyone hears anything from them, let me know. That one is actually quasi-important.
Yeah.
As evidenced by the fact we actually get to collect it.
Hey.
Must be locked from the other side.
There is no way that we could possibly
Impassable.
get this gate open.
Wait for a strong enough breeze to blow over the fence.
No, no, no. We need to trigger a boulder to run into it.
We'll be back here later. We're not done with Coffee World yet.
Oh, I figured.
We're done
They
with
wouldn't
Coffee
waste
World
as
for
much.
now, but we will return.
It's like, I don't think they would waste so much time designing an area for us to only be here once.
To the exit. Lost cat. Hello, my name is Tibbles. I went missing on 8/19 and was last seen in the vicinity at the Oh Dear Diner on Monday. Please keep an eye out for me. I am a very good boy, and my humans miss me very much. Name Tibbles answers to nothing. Tibbles best boy at Gmail spelled Gemail.com.
More of those kids' lunchboxes.
That is the most accurate thing I've seen for a cat. Answers to nothing.
You can do anything you put your mind to, hero, so long as what you put your mind to is part of the story. Okay. You know what we haven't done a lot of in a while? Sleuthing. Sometimes you just have to run up a flight of stairs and some muddy ground. Find a lit room where you can finally dump some of your excess ammo.
I was about to say, I hope there's a shoebox in that room.
There's absolutely a shoebox here. Two full stacks of ammo. Throw this in here. There's plenty of room for other stuff. Watery's a town full of mystery and adventure. And probably
coffee.
some angry wolves.
They're not angry, they just want to kiss you with their sharp fangs.
Hi, buddy. Oh, a sickle thrown into my chest. Watery's a town of pain.
They were just trying to defend their friend, who you were shooting.
Good job, Saga. Now keep moving.
That's a good thing Saga's sickle resistant.
Wait, are you not?
FBI agents traveled the town of Watery, killed several towns.
More of those rhymes.
Currently on the run, by Alan Wake.
An old watcher of the sea, before his demise, cursed the waters that ruined his eyes. So he played a trick on the ocean deep, the waves to fight and havoc to wreak, and in doing that wrong, lost his soul's song. Old man, wise elder. No. Man, eyes? Sometimes they get too clever on these ones.
I would think the trickster goes on the ocean waves.
Right. It's wise elder on eyes and trickster on.
That's it.
Aha, I'm a genius. Or I just looked for keywords. Probably that latter part.
I am a genius. Oh no. Hey, buddy. Excuse me, sir. I'd like to ask you a question. Do you need to walk?
I mean, not anymore. You killed him. Probably hit the femoral artery.
Before we continue following that.
And another lunchbox.
Ooh, 9 more fragments.
But then, almost at the same time, but not quite, another hand grabbed my other wrist. It was my childhood friend's estranged twin brother, a rugged ex-soldier who'd helped me fight back the zombie horde, with his chiseled jaw and smoldering eyes and a worn leather jacket. My heart fluttered like a small bird against its cage. Ignore him, babe. You know I'm who you want. A sensitive friend I had cared for all my life, or the intense warrior I'd known for one harrowing day? How was I ever going to choose? The zombies were easier than this.
There's that bad fan fiction he asked us not to read.
One of the mysteries we'll get a definite answer to is who's writing those.
I hope it's Alex Casey.
We are going a long way for this one. Ooh. It's more goo.
There we go. Wait, no. Huh. I thought that red... No, that's just part of a shopping cart.
Yep.
I saw red amid a whole bunch of not red.
On my bracelet.
So this charm is the Lighthouse Charm. Increases max amount of health restored in safe havens. Basically the same kind of upgrade that Alan gets.
Yeah.
So she just gets one level of it, and it's like the mid-level upgrade. Alright.
It does suck that she only gets to equip 3 of them at a time.
In general, her charms end up being about as powerful as Alan's stuff, unless you're really diligent about finding all the symbols and stuff.
Alright.
And it is about that time.
Yep.
Alright. Well, we made a lot of progress tonight. We got access to the branching pathways of the game. We met the Koskela brothers and saw one of their world-famous commercials, world-famous and heavy asterisks. And we also went to Coffee World. Does everyone feel enriched by the experience?
I feel very alert and jittery.
I feel great.
Alright. Well, we'll be back next Thursday with more Alan Wake. We continue on to the actual trailer park. The whole reason we're here in the first place.
Yep.
But join us on Sunday for more Super Robot Wars 30. And join us on Monday as we continue our adventure through the quarantine region in Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor Overclocked. And we find out which of the next bells is going to ring our bells.
Obviously, Beldakesh.
Beldakesh.
Anyway, until then, I've been the Krampus.
I've been Shiv.
I've been Hunter Green.
And I'm Vincent.
All right. Have a good one, everyone. And remember, come to Coffee World and support your local businesses in Watery.
Yep.
Note, satisfaction not guaranteed.